The Fellowcraft degree is the second step in a Mason's journey, and it marks a significant milestone in Freemasonry. It represents the transition from a novice to a more skilled and knowledgeable practitioner of the craft, building upon the foundational principles introduced in the first or entered apprentice degree. But before we dive deeper, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Brother Darren Allatt, and I hold the Right Worshipful rank of Past Senior Grand Warden. And for the last 17 years, I've been studying and practicing Freemasonry. And today I'm going to share with you what I've learned and discovered, because my goal is to help you understand the timeless lessons and principles that Freemasonry has to offer so you can apply them in your own life and become an excellent person. Now, in this exploration of the Fellowcraft degree, I'm going to guide you through the key aspects of this important stage in Masonic development. First, we'll take a look at what it actually means to be a Fellowcraft Freemason and its historical context. And we're going to look at that in both the operative and speculative sense. Next, we'll dive into the core lessons and knowledge that's imparted to the Fellowcraft, including the expanded symbolism and application of Masonic principles. Then we're going to take an in-depth look at the key area of study that a Fellowcraft is expected to undertake. And this is a cornerstone of the second or Fellowcraft degree. And I'll explain why this area of study is absolutely crucial in developing you into a well-rounded individual. Finally, I'll share the expectations placed on the Fellowcraft so they know what they have to do in order to prepare for further advancement to the third or sublime degree of a Master Mason. So by the end of this edition of Daily Masonic Progress, you're going to have a comprehensive understanding of the Fellowcraft degree, as well as its significance in the Masonic journey. But first, let's take a look at what it actually means to be a Fellowcraft. You see, the term Fellowcraft has its roots in medieval operative masonry, where it referred to a skilled stoneworker who had completed his apprenticeship but not yet achieved master status. For a Fellowcraft Mason, he might be tasked with carving intricate designs on stone blocks or fitting complex archways, demonstrating advanced skills beyond those of an apprentice. But the key giveaway is in the term, Fellowcraft. It meant he was a fellow of the craft. And what this means is that someone had achieved a certain level of skill. You see, apprentices would be at different levels of skill depending where they are at their journey, but becoming a fellow of the craft meant that you had achieved a certain level. And that is the same in modern, or what we call speculative masonry. A Fellowcraft is a Mason who has completed the second degree ceremony, and it represents a state of continued learning and development. For instance, a Fellowcraft might be called upon to present short educational talks in lodge meetings or assist in mentoring of apprentices that helps them grow their own Masonic knowledge. Now, there are some key lessons in the second or Fellowcraft degree, because the Fellowcraft degree actually expands upon the moral and philosophical lessons of the first degree, and it introduces a little bit more complex symbolism and encourages a deeper intellectual engagement, not only with Masonic teachings, but with some particular areas of study, such as the 7 liberal arts and sciences. You see, the Fellowcraft degree emphasizes the importance of a broad education, not just a Masonic education, but then they're also taught to apply their knowledge in daily life. For example, a Fellowcraft might use the principles of geometry learned in lodge to solve practical problems at work, or apply the lessons of rhetoric, speaking, to improve their communication in personal relationships or at work. And then with the expanded symbols, such as the winding stairs and the different tools, these represent the journey of life and the ascent of knowledge. The symbolism of the pillars is also explored in greater depth, and it teaches lessons about stability and strength in one's personal and Masonic life. But it also highlights the relationship between operative and speculative masonry, because the degree really expands on this concept where it uses those tools of masonry as allegories. For instance, the plumb rule, which operative masons use to check vertical alignment, becomes a symbol of moral rectitude in Freemasonry. So why does the Fellowcraft degree place a special emphasis on the several liberal arts and sciences? Well, the reason is that they're what's considered essential for someone to have a well-rounded education. These arts and sciences develop different aspects of the mind and character and contribute to the formation of a well-rounded individual capable of appreciating and understanding the world around them. So what are these several liberal arts and sciences? The first of the trivium is grammar. In Freemasonry, the study of grammar involves the careful recitation and study of the ritual language. And this practice not only preserves the traditions of the craft, but also improves the Mason's vocabulary and language skills. As a result, Masons often find themselves better able to articulate ideas clearly, whether in work presentations or personal conversations. Second is rhetoric, the art of persuasive speaking and writing. And it's honed through speeches and presentations that Masons give in lodge, or practicing and presenting the ritual and performing the ceremonies. And this experience can boost a Mason's confidence in various real-world scenarios, from job interviews to speaking to a group. The ability to communicate effectively and persuasively is a valuable skill in both personal and professional contexts. The third is logic. The study of logic in Freemasonry encourages to think critically about the meaning behind Masonic symbols and allegories. And this analytical approach extends beyond the lodge, helping Masons make more informed decisions in their daily lives. And whether it's analysing the pros and cons of a major purchase or navigating a contract at work, logical thinking skills developed in Masonry do prove invaluable. And then there's arithmetic, which is understanding the symbolic significance of numbers in our traditions. The focus on numerical concepts such as 3, 5, 7, and 9 can translate to simple things like better financial management or the improved ability to interpret data in everyday context, such as news reports or business analysis. And then there is geometry, which is central to many Masonic symbols and teachings. Example is the 47th problem of Euclid. And this emphasis on spatial relationships and proportions can enhance our ability to solve and visualize practical problems. From efficiently packing a moving truck to redesigning a room's layout, the geometric principles that are studied through speculative Masonry do translate into practical applications in daily life. And then there is music, which represents harmony and rhythm. It's often incorporated into Masonic rituals and meetings, and some Masons delve deeper into music theory as part of their Masonic studies. But the appreciation of harmony and what harmony between people actually means can extend beyond these musical notes and foster better teamwork and skills in the workplace. And lastly is the study of astronomy. In Freemasonry, this represents the Mason's quest to understand his place in this vast universe. Taking a cosmic perspective can help us maintain a broader outlook in life, perhaps leading to better stress management by understanding the relative scale of personal problems when we consider the grand scheme of things. So the 7 liberal arts and sciences serve as a comprehensive framework for both intellectual and personal growth. And they're considered important because they develop different aspects of the mind and the character, contributing to the formation of a well-rounded individual capable of appreciating and understanding and improving the world around them. So now that we know what Fellowcrafts need to study, we need to know what's expected of them. Now, Fellowcrafts are typically required to start to memorize and recite specific portions of Masonic ritual, and they might also be expected to study Masonic literature and philosophy. And perhaps it could include things like writing essays, giving presentations on Masonic topics in lodge meetings. But they also need to actively apply the Masonic teachings in their daily lives. And this could be participating in community service projects organized by the lodge, practicing temperance and prudence in personal affairs, using the Masonic principle of brotherly love and relief when interacting with others. But they also should be assisting and mentoring. And I don't mean leading mentoring, because they do need to be under the guidance of a more expert brother, but by assisting entered apprentices to understand the Masonic symbols and teachings, this not only helps the newer members, but also helps a Fellowcraft deepen their own understanding of the principles. Because one of the great ways to really make sure that you've learned something is to be able to explain it and discuss it with other people. But they also need to prepare for further advancement. And in order to progress to the Master Mason degree, Fellowcrafts have to demonstrate proficiency in Fellowcraft degree work. And this involves reciting some passages of the ritual and demonstrating an understanding of the symbolism of the degree and showing how they've applied those principles in their lives. The Fellowcraft degree is not an end to itself. It's a crucial stage in a Mason's journey of self-improvement and service to others. It represents the deepening of knowledge, broadening of intellectual horizons, and a call to apply Masonic teachings more fully in one's life.